I love sweet God magnet. Lobster's a 10 I told you grab it.
This video is brought to you by T-Blocks. Enjoy the content now, but stay for the shilling later. Welcome to Lobster Magnet and Friends.
Hey.
I'm here with my buddy Goro Gregoro.
Yeah, that's right. I'm
And
here.
we're here to talk about episode 9 of Black Clover. Oh my god. I think we're going to drop this as soon as Inuyashiki, is over. What did you think of episode 9? I thought that was like a suitably serviceable, mediocre shonen storytelling with extra fluff filler. Oh my god, you could just even tell the goddamn generic village guy who they try and build up as having this great relationship with Magna punk guy, and it's supposed to be oh, he's the old man who always put me in my place. I respect him so much. Oh my god, I would always come in when I was younger. And it's this is just a filler character who was one page in the manga. That's all you needed. You're giving this whole big flash story just to stretch this stupid content out, which is this is the most as basic bitch shonen content you can have. We're the evil people. These villagers are not worthy, so we're going to treat them like sheep. Because let's go kill them because they're not real people. Ah! How could you do that? I believe that everyone deserves to live. We're all human beings. Ah!
Well, okay. That's fair. I mean, okay. Let me just say, the very first half of the episode was just god awful, right? Them chasing around boars, all that stuff.
Oh, complete filler, stretchy, terrible. So what did you think of the very limited manga material we got?
Sometimes it's a little hard to tell what's manga and what's actual filler. But I mean, probably the mist stuff was up until the point of the mist stuff and the old man teaching the guy, what's his name? The Magna guy, how to be a real man and stuff. I guess that wasn't all filler, right? That was just all manga material.
Yeah.
So I thought the backstory was just kind of it was an obvious setup to play at the heartstrings and all of a sudden make us feel for the situation that this village is in. It felt really quick and forced to try and have us get an emotional reaction to it.
To these people.
Yeah, emotional connection. And then I don't know, the villains, they're mysterious, slightly mysterious. We don't get a solid reason why they're killing them, I think, yet.
No, well, they're pretty freaking generic. I mean, they're okay as they're very, obviously tier 1 basic bitch, shonen adversaries for our guys to take down on their first mission, which I guess would be fine if we were kind of breezing through this material. I'd be a little bit more forgiving, but because, we've got things stretched out so long and there's 3 cuts of I won't let you hurt the civilians, and he's throwing fire at them, and then Asuka's slashing at stuff. Makes
and not to mention the animation quality isn't even that great for this for this sequence. You'd expect something a little bit better for one of the first fight sequences against an actual enemy or something.
Yeah. But
it's not it's not really doing it.
It's not amazing. It's I don't know, someone whoever's producing it thinks that they've got such a gold mine that they can just kind of shit on the already kind of mediocre material. But what do you think of how much we learned about the Clover Kingdom and the different, we got a map. Wasn't that cool? We love maps in One Piece.
It's trying to water down really bad wine right now. And trying to conserve it for later.
That's the best analogy I have ever heard to describe Black Clover. It is literally trying to it's boxed $9.99 boxed wine you'd get at Walmart. It's like, we gotta make this boxed wine last because we're poor, and $99 or $9 is a lot of money for us. So we're just gonna like pour water, fountain water, to like make it so you can get a little bit of alcohol, just a little bit, and get sloshed with your freaking like discount wine, and that is the best thing you could say about Black Clover.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, hold on 1 second. By the way.
Yeah. All right, you back?
Someone was knocking on my door.
Okay. So yeah, it is like boxed wine.
Yeah, it's boxed wine, but like watered down just to extend the life of it, just because you don't have anything else right now.
Yeah. But didn't you think it was so amazing, the scene where like, Stuffy, or we learned that like
Upstuck rich royalty girl is like,
apparently they have more power or whatever, and now we know there's like this magic class system, and oh my god, I'm so sick of like, oh, the boonies, oh my god. It's like, Greg, you have incredible powers. You live in New York City. Your magical powers are so amazing. Versus someone who lives in the suburbs, they could never match your magical power. I'm so fucking tired of like the boonies being a thing. It's like, oh, you're from nowhere. You're never gonna make it.
But like, I imagine it's just like, they classify like high magical skill as like basically meaning you have more money, right? It's just like,
apparently, like, no, it actually translates to like whatever mana reserves or however the hell the system works. And yeah,
but if you think about it, like, you have more magical skill, like you're hired for probably more jobs in this universe, right?
I guess, and you have more money or whatever. What do you think of Tsundere girl, like, stuck-up girl getting a new spell? I didn't know that's how magic works. Like, when you're in a scene of emotional crisis, that like new spells just come in your stupid book.
Like, you could sort of see, like, it makes sense, like, because she can't control her magic, like, she misses it all the time. Like, her spells would be more defensive for defensive purposes, but it's just like, the way it was executed is just so lame.
Yeah.
It just feels really lame.
It really does. I'm trying to think, like, in My Hero Academia, because, like, I guess you could say this is the equivalent of, like, My Hero Academia's arc where, the villains invade. Which itself isn't, like, the strongest material in My Hero Academia, as a series as a whole. But how do you think that compares to this?
Well,
because, I mean, you could say that, like, a lot of those villains were, like, except for Shigaraki, Nomu, and Warpgate guy, they were all pretty generic and, like, throwaway.
I guess, I figured that invasion thing was, like, kind of like a catalyst to get the plot moving. And, like, something can be said for this as well, I suppose, but this just seems like for a way dumber reason than like My Hero Academia right now, because like they're just attacking this random village and like they're gonna execute these villagers like in a really extravagant like way that just like makes no sense. Like why shroud the whole village in mist in the first place? So they can
see them. I don't know. I guess the coolest thing in this episode is that like they're gonna like impale people with icicles. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, but why?
I don't know, because he's evil.
Why are the villagers?
He doesn't like to waste time, and he's evil, and he's got lots of magical power.
Let's say if there was a reason behind it, like so they'd gain more power with their magic or something, maybe that might be kind of interesting.
Who knows? Maybe these are like sub-villains who are working for like whoever becomes like the first major story villain, and they're there because they need to like drain people's mana for something.
Can we stop watching this and go back to Boruto? I'm just like, I don't know what else to say about this show. It's just like I want to go back to.
I don't know. So surprisingly, I didn't get any comments, but like out of all the vlog reviews, that Baruto episode 1 through 5 is like the most views out of all the stupid things we've ever done.
And I actually heard like from somewhere, and you as well, that actually got like slightly better.
No, I don't think it got better. I just think they had like a string of 5 episodes that was better than average because it actually had like Kishimoto content. I can't speak for anything beyond that though.
Okay. Well, I heard maybe from one other person that Naruto was good.
Who was that other? Well,
I
we'll
forget.
see. I like the Black Clover Inuyashiki combo, but yeah, I think we're gonna be done with this as soon as Inuyashiki's over.
You want to wait until then, just like to have that dichotomy of like good and bad.
Maybe it'll get. No, it's not gonna get better. It's never gonna get better. Episode 6 was the pinnacle of Black Clover. That's the best it's ever gonna be. All right, so let's get on to the score. What do you think of the whatchamacallit? The rate? What would you rate this?
This is like. Okay, let me point out the positive thing. Like the bad guys were kind of semi-interesting.
Semi-interesting, but let's see. What made that like arc work so much better is that like one, you got to see like all the 1A students use their powers against the villains in My Hero Academia. You got to see All Might have his big showstopper at Nomu. Shigaraki is a very intriguing character design. Like when he comes out, it's like, what's with this hand guy? This hand guy is stupid and kind of weird, but I want to know what he's about. It looks kind of scary.
Yeah. And
well, like nothing about that sort of says that like these guys should feel important. There's like 3 generic cloak guys.
Yeah.
And there's like
they're just really generic, and they don't have any interesting like powers right now. It's just like
I don't know. They shoot icicles. Then that's I guess, and you know they're building the stakes, saying like these guys are on par with magical knights. Oh, we can't hold it up. Our magical stamina's waning. And of course, like Tsundere, rich girl, like gets her like, I'm gonna help the people because I'm a nice person, and I'm gotta help because I'm a magic black bull too.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give it a 3. I'm gonna give it a 3 right now. Just
I was gonna go for 5 because I mean I guess you could say other than being completely uninteresting and boring, there's nothing technically wrong. It's just everything's executed to like the most mediocre degree you could ever have. It's like I guess the plain oatmeal of shonen anime. It fills you up. It's warm, but it doesn't really taste like anything. It's just kind of there.
Yeah. I think when I say 3, I think 3 is all I have to say about it, really. Right now.
So I think that covers up our thoughts on Black Clover. We've probably given it more time than this episode deserves. Black Clover super fans. I think someone said that Black Clover in a comment Black Clover mango's 10 out of 10. Tell me in the comments why you think it's a 10 out of 10.
Please do. I'm just so curious. I really am really curious.
Because even if you could in your mind distill all the stuff that isn't fillerish, would this manga? Could you imagine the Black Clover manga being any good or something that you'd want to get into?
If it's quicker pace, if they just blow through this content, maybe. But at the pace right now, it's just unbearable, and the way that they're telling the story is just so uninteresting right now. It's been 9 episodes and nothing just feels interesting.
Yeah, this should have been episode 4 or 5 at least, where we're getting to this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. This is pretty terribly paced. So, okay, that's 3 for you, 5 for me. Black Clover is continuing its mediocrity. It is beating us down. We'll see. if you guys like demand to hear us bitch about Black Clover, we'll continue. But as of right now, the deadline is episode 12 of Inuyashiki. Then we're done. Then we're dropping it. Then we're like dropping it like a sack of dead potatoes, dead weight. Goodbye, Black Clover, unless there's some horrible fan demand that, like, you gotta keep on going. I don't think there will be, though.
Yeah.
All right, So remember, go get T-Blocks. T-Blocks is the best thing since sliced bread. We love T-Blocks. There's going to be a commercial out of this. Those same commercial you've seen for a while. Wear shirts. You know, Goro doesn't have a shirt right now, right?
That's
white. That's boring. You need, like, you know, Thanos or superheroes on it.
Thanos.
T-Blocks can get you a Thanos t-shirt. I'm sure they can. And other stuff. So yeah. T-Blocks. Use the code Lobster. Get 10% off.
Are you referring to the new trailer for Infinity War where Thanos doesn't like wear anything that fancy or something?
Maybe. I mean, that trailer, I've been thinking about it all week. That was a good trailer. Much better than Black Clover.
Yeah. Yeah, the trailer is rated higher than Black Clover.
Yeah. All right, so thank you for hanging out with us. Remember, lobsters and tennis, but don't you grab it. Do you like clothes but hate shopping? Then T-Blocks is the subscription service for you. But I know what you're thinking. But Lobster, how is that any different than Loot Crate or the other subscription services? Well, T-Blocks sends you t-shirts, which is clothing, which is actually useful, unlike the useless swag junk that Loot Crate keeps peddling on gullible schmucks. And this isn't just knockoff brand crap. T-Blocks hooks you up with licensed shirts for all the stuff you love, because you need clothes. How else are you going to keep your puny human man flesh protected from the elements? T-shirts are useful for any occasion. Wear them. Give them to friends. Give them to enemies. Knit them together. Make a quilt. T-shirts are life. And you know the best part? It'll only cost you $6.99. That's right, you can get 12 shirts sent to you for once a month for only $6.99. And you know what? If ultra cheap licensed goods are too basic for you, then there's also the Community T-Block set, which features original designs from the best up-and-coming artists so you can keep that hipster street cred. But I'm here to save you even more money! Use the code LOBSTERTBX at checkout and you'll save 10% on any order. Be a t-shirt wearing god amongst mortals. Use the power of the most expensive seafood to get you the cheapest t-shirts now!
Magazine fire, lobsters made